It turns out you can take a title in one day, but the question is, can I? What's up guys, and welcome back to Gladiators Tribe and to a new series called Gladiators on Tour from Zero to ATP Player. This is part 2 of the series where I play my first national tournament after having lost every single possible ranking. If you haven't seen part 1, check it out up over there, but even if you have, I will still remind you that currently my goal is to get my Spanish national ranking high enough to be able to enter an ITF Pro Tour event. The tournament I'm playing today is the first national tournament that I'm playing in the series. I've already won the first 2 rounds and I am now down to the last 4 left in the draw, and I absolutely have to make it to the final. So without further ado, let's flash back to the day of the semi-final. And yes, as promised, I have to have that pasta.
I asked for a small portion because I don't want to fill myself up too much, but I need some energy. Girls getting for match number 3, and problem is I have only 1 bracket left. Hopefully it lasts me through this match and if I win through the next one, but yeah, on the edge, on the limit, like always.
I was playing the second seed of the tournament, and although the second seed on this tournament is not the same as the second seed on a challenger or something, I was still expecting some decent resistance and pretty good level. So let's see what happened. Alrighty, here we go again, playing on the center court with beautiful Echo for the chance to play the final. And I must say that from the first game I knew that my tennis was on point and that in this match all of my shots will be landing in and in style. He noticed that as well, and that really put pressure on him. He was feeling very uncomfortable with the speed which the balls were coming at, and that led to pretty easy break right off the bat, putting me in a very favorable position. When you play sets to 4 games, you have no margin for losing concentration. Simply because in a normal set, losing a break and ending up in a 4-2 is a pretty normal scenario for a comeback. Whereas in this case, there is nothing to come back to once you're 4-2. You're on to the next set, bro. So yes, breaking your opponent on the first game of a set to 4 boosts the confidence quite a bit and really takes it away from them. And although some people might not really like the 4-game format of playing, I would argue that it's even more fun to watch and more intense to play mentally. If all tournaments were played in this way, there would be way more matches played, the spectators wouldn't be getting bored simply because every game counts double here, and I bet we'd get more highlights because everyone would be always fresh fitness wise. But as you can tell, this set is absolutely flying by and I'm becoming more and more relaxed, and more crazy and illogical shots are going in. And just like that, with the sexy force error, we're on to set number 2 and getting closer to reaching the final. Glads, I know it might be a little too early to ask, but yet if you're enjoying this video, feel absolutely free to hit that subscribe button and also the notification bell to be notified of any future uploads from this series. And also, if you are liking this video, why not give it a like? And if we can reach 700 likes, that would be just mwah. But yeah, I think it's doable, although pretty hard. But yeah, back to the match. What I love about playing tournaments of lower levels is the fact that you can actually play and enjoy the game. You can almost fully relax while staying concentrated on the game, and the result is really good shots and confidence boost for the tournaments you'll play in the future. Take for instance my forehand. I thought I couldn't deal any damage with my forehand from any location in the court for the last 2 years of playing futures, UTRs and other really high level tournaments, but turns out I can actually make winners from 4 meters behind the baseline. And that confidence that you can get in the less professional tournaments, let's say, stays with you for the harder tournaments that you might play right after. So what I'm really considering to do at some point in the future is play one of these tournaments right before the qualifying of an ITF event, to come relaxed and with this flowy momentum as well as the winner mentality. Because if you enter a qualifying right after winning a tournament, even if it's a very low level tournament, you're gonna be feeling, you know, a little bit more lit. Because another thing that gets players of qualifying draw futures level stuck in that level is the constant loop of losses that happens in the beginning of the journey and really builds up. And what might end up happening then is complete loss of faith in the possibility of passing rounds in an ITF Pro event. And once this thought is in the head, you're done, and it's really hard to get it out of your head. That's the problem. And as we all know, tennis is a mental game. If you lose the right mentality, you might as well not even step on the court. you'll lose. And guys, I've seen a lot of players ending their careers because of that exact thing, and even though they weren't even half bad, maybe just kept getting unlucky. But hey, in the meanwhile, things are not going half bad and everything seems to be hinting at love and love. So there you have it, lads. A rather easy semifinal, I know, but I played pretty well and the guy wasn't in his best shape, I'm sure. Now, we're in the final and winning this match is crucial, not only because we get double the points if we just, lose in the final and become finalists, and we need those points to get into higher tier tournaments to win more points quicker to get into the ITFs, but also winning 5 of these types of tournaments gives you that awesome freaking trophy, which I absolutely want in this studio right now. And right now we can't get it, but if we win this final, that would mean 1 less tournament to take care of, and that would also mean that we just need to win like 4 more of these. But yeah, let's see what happens.
So lads, about 40 minutes left till my last match, and we have a broken string racket, which is not ideal. We have cramping legs, and honestly, I'm not tired, but the legs are cramping, and that's not ideal. But I guess we're just gonna have to pull through it, right? So I'm headed to the match now, and just now I was gonna pay for my water, like 2 isotonics and a sandwich, which was like, I don't know, maybe 12-15 euros. And I'm gonna pay him like the bill, please, and then like I'm assuming the owner of the place is like, no, it's on us. We're treating you. I'm like, what? So yeah, very awesome people. I mean, I've always liked coming to this club and just, chilling in the restaurant because they've always been very nice, but I wasn't expecting that. But yeah, headed to the court now. Very tired at this point, but let's get it over with. Check out these little dudes grinding. Dude. Oh, they're playing with softballs.
So glad. I was coming to this match very freaking confident. I just took out the second seed of the tournament with 2 bagels and I really was feeling the game. I could literally feel the metal hanging around my neck when I stepped on court, and that feeling immediately faded away when we played the first few points of the set. I could tell right away that this guy was meaning business, and was really meaning business considering his age. The shots that I was hitting were coming back to me with really good depth and power, and unlike the previous matches, causing a mistake was way more complicated with this guy. Having in mind, however, the fact that I was older, more experienced and more mature mentally, I thought I'd just keep playing with my comfortable pace, which should be just above his comfortable pace. Simply playing at a speed that you're not used to can already be a cause of a mistake, and when you see that your opponent is not mistaking and is rather comfortable playing at a speed that you're not comfortable with, that is where the mistake gets triggered every time. That's the idea that I had in my mind, but the guy who was not missing it was even forcing me. Would I say that I panicked for a second? No, I didn't. I panicked for half of the match. And when I lost the first game of the match on my serve with a double fault, I was like, wait, hold on a second, something is not going right. But as expected, him not being a player of the top 300 ATP, he couldn't hold that focus and the intensity of play in the second game. His consistency started lacking a bit, and I could easily see the weak spots of his game at that particular moment of the match. I just kept forcing them, and very soon we got that break back. We're back to serving, and Glads, I know that this guy was not playing with me, or I mean, I guess he was, because we're playing tennis, but like not in a joking way. Anyways, I had to be landing first serves to get the advantage right away, to be able to close points fast and not let him gain any confidence whatsoever. And honestly, it worked, and I closed the game on my serve with no friction at all. I wish I could just call my good serve anytime I needed it, or I wish I just had my good serve at all times. Tennis would be so much easier. Okay, this point here is actually crazy. Just so you know, I was hitting really freaking strong, even though it doesn't really look like it on the video, but just watch. I'd want to say that this point made him doubt his shots or something, but look at this next point. That's like some Rafa Nadal stuff right there. Anyways, the guy played really well and did not let the pressure off at any point of the game on his serve, forcing the unforced errors, and honestly, well played by him because it's not like I did something incredibly wrong. It's 2-all, we're serving, and we have no margin for error. So I decided to take a more calm approach to the rally and still ended up missing. I then switched to a more calm but intensive backhand dominance because that's the only place where I truly felt somewhat comfortable. And then I decided to just go aggressive all the way because I wouldn't be Grisha if I didn't, right? And yeah, I'm going all aggressive, winning points and stuff, and yet I'm not closing this game. And it's a game on my serve. Not only that, I'm sometimes even break points down, guys. And although it might not seem like it, I'm pooping my pants right now. It actually got to a point where I didn't know how to close this game being add up. So I just decided to do the most Grisha thing possible. And it worked. So yes, we struggled through the game on our serve, but now the ideal thing to do would be to close the set with a break. But the situation wasn't looking good until this one hopeful backhand that I just can't thank it enough. And yeah, that mistake was like a fresh breath of air for me. And God, this volley was as artistic as a sculpture of Michelangelo, and at such an important moment too. Jesus. This passing shot on a set point? What is this guy doing? Come on. Luckily though, I managed to force him to another breakpoint and he closed it with a double fold, which might not be the most cinematic way of winning a set, but I really didn't care at that point. Whew. Glass, how are you liking this match so far? Pretty intense, huh? But I will use this quick break while we're drinking some water to remind you guys that if there's absolutely anything tennis related that you would like to purchase for yourself or as a gift for the upcoming holidays, the link to get that anything tennis related is gonna be down in the description below, like always, together with a discount code that is going to save you some cash. It also really helps the channel, and as I always like to say, it's a win-win situation, but we have to be back for the second set because we gotta close this match, and I really hope I can do it. Starting with the serve and starting with a solid serve, I knew that I had to show him that I'm not gonna slack at any point and the pressure will keep coming. Usually the first game of the second set are played way better by the person who lost the first set, and I had to make sure that I avoid exactly that and secure the first game on my serve. And with a couple of really good serves and forehands, I managed to do exactly that. And now on to the break. He was playing really well, but I managed to follow the game plan and pull that break out. Now I just have to secure the break by winning the game on my serve, and that shouldn't be too complicated judging by my latest serves in the first game. And there we were, 3 love up and returning for the tournament. And although the guy already seemed to have kind of dealt with the most likely outcome of the match, he was still fighting every single point and playing really well. But just like that, with slightly miscalculated drop shot, we win the match and take the title home.
Guys, this guy's low-key good. Like, okay, 4-2, 4 love, whatever, but the shots though, like these teenagers are starting to play way too good. What is this? What is this? Like, not a single round was like walkthrough. Maybe the 4 love for love, but I just played well and served well. That's it, you know. That's the reason why. But Jesus. All right, boys and girls, time to get the trophy. But thing is, we're not actually getting the trophies. You get one of these only if you win 5 of these tournaments. So yeah, I guess I get the points, you know. Fine with me. Opa.
Hacemos una foto fuera, ¿vale?
Let's go.
So yes, just like that, we got the title and we got the points, and we have only 4 more tournaments to go to get the mega trophy. Winning this tournament will give me around 120-ish points, which will put me on the grid of the national ranking at about 1,200, 1,500 best in Spain, which is pretty much useless so far, because in order to enter the ITF tournaments with the national ranking, I would have to be at least 500 in Spain. Otherwise, it counts as I have like 0 ranking. But I feel like this is a beginning of something big, and I really hope that you Glads are gonna hop on this journey together with me. This was Gladiators on Tour from 0 to ATP Player. My name is Grisha, and I will see you Glads in the next one. Bye-bye.